Welcome back, my couples. It's your favorite couple. Back again. We are on episode 15?
I don't know.
I lost track. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. We still do. Well, guys, we got a topic that my wife chose today, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So, tell them what we're talking about today.
We're talking about soulmates.
Soulmates, like you are to me. So you're gonna start this off. Remember last time I told you to tally that? What you did? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead.
Okay.
It's all on you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
Well, I wanted to talk about soulmates because, some people believe in soulmates, some people don't believe in soulmates. So yeah, I thought that it would be an interesting topic for us to discuss. And usually people think that, if it's like love at first sight, it's your soulmate, stuff like that.
No, that's like a lust thing.
I don't believe in love at first sight. Like, I don't think that you can instantly just love somebody.
You loved me at
like
first
that. No, I didn't love you at first sight. I did not love you at first sight. I think that's only probably like a mother, you know what I mean,
With
can
her
just
child.
instantly love their child when they see them, but it's still not like the child has still been with them for that whole 9-month period growing, and so there's still like that bond there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just see a regular person as an adult and be like, I love him.
Her. Yeah, I love her.
It's not.
Oh my gosh.
I think that it has to be something like physical that draws you to that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
that's why I said it's a lust
can
thing.
lead to love. And it doesn't necessarily,
Because usually when people say it's love at first sight, it's because you like the way that person looked.
yes,
So it's
but
lust.
it doesn't always have to be like in a sexual way.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like it doesn't, it could be like that person's smile that draws you to them, or the way they're dressed, or the way they carry themselves that makes you have that attraction to that person.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that you love them.
No, you
Because you're
definitely don't love
instantly attracted to
Yeah.
somebody. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm automatically in love with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you just, something about them physically that's attracting you to them. And then, yes, that can grow into a love, but doesn't mean that you see that person, you're
Yeah,
like, oh my God, I love them.
I want to marry that person. I knew from the first day I met you that I wanted to marry you.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's true when people say that?
No, I don't. I
I
don't.
knew from the first day we met and our first date that I wanted to marry you. I don't believe that either, because people get married and be married for 10, 15 years and end up getting a divorce still. So how can
Yeah.
you know on the first date when you've been married for 15 years and you still finding out stuff about them?
Yeah, or some people, say that when they first saw them, they're like, I knew that was going to be my wife.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that.
You can't say how they felt.
I can't say
You
how
felt like
somebody
that,
else
that's
felt. And you can't say that, maybe God didn't divinely, tell them in their spirit that that's your future wife.
Yeah.
But usually when people say that, that's not what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to be all mushy. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Get those cool points.
Exactly. Trying to like make it more than what it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so love at first sight, no, I don't think I believe in love at first sight. But when I was talking to you about the topic, or I was telling you that I want to discuss this topic, I was really trying to debate, like, do I believe in soulmates?
I'm your soulmate.
You're my soulmate?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I am. I said so.
Why? But why
We
do
go
you
together.
feel? Why do
We
you
go
feel that way?
Together. There's no me without you, you without me. We go hand in hand.
Okay.
We think the same. We don't like all the same stuff, but we're soulmates. Okay.
Why do you think that we're soulmates? So I just want to know why. Why you think that?
I mean,
I'm not saying that
I won't get into like signs and stuff like that, but like I would take it back to, kind of like our testimony in the beginning. Like, we've known each other since middle school. You had a crush on me. I knew. I didn't act on it, but we've always been friends.
Yeah.
And we've always been, pretty close as far. I mean, I won't say pretty close. Like, we were friends. We were friends. But it never went next level or anything like that. And then, I mean, it probably was always a small fire. I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I did like you. So that's why when we finally met up again, it was like, I want to get her number so she can braid my hair, and then maybe we can, take it to the next step. But ever since then, like, even through the good and the bad, like, we've always been like this.
So you feel like our souls have always been connected?
Yeah, I mean, we have, for those of you guys out there who don't know, we were born in the same hospital. We had the same doctor 2 years apart. Like, that's why I said I don't want to get into like signs like, oh, we were meant to be together. Like, it's not like that, but I'm just saying, like, just look at our birthdays are 2 days apart. Like, we're the same sign, but we click. A lot of people say, oh, you the same sign. How you guys get along?
Yeah.
But we do. I don't know. Maybe you don't think I'm your soulmate.
No,
break my heart in front of all the people out there. But
no, I wasn't saying that. Because I do. The more I started thinking about it, I think that I do believe in soulmates. Because at first I didn't think I did. I'm like, no, I don't think I believe in soulmates. But I think I kind of do believe in soulmates.
I do, because I know, you know me when I was coming up in high school. You've seen all the girls that I dated, and I won't say that I thought that I would marry any of those girls, but I did feel like I was in love with these girls. Mm-hmm. And time went by, and then it ended up not working out. But with you, like, this is the longest I've committed myself to doing anything in my entire life. Like, the only thing I've done more than be with you is play football. Like, that's it. And live my life. Football in my life is the only thing that's outlasted being married to you. That's it. I've done nothing else for probably more than 3 years. I think 2 years is probably the longest I dated a girl. And I don't even think it was 2 years straight.
But do you think that it's because we were meant to be together?
I think so. I think if it would have happened, earlier in our lives, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Mm-hmm. That's why it was like, okay, I need to get all my managed behaviors out the way and go on through these women that I think that I love. My little, I don't know. I was gonna say that, like, the term I was gonna use is like my 10-minute love, because in reality it didn't last long. Mm-hmm. But get that out the way. Know what it feels like to think that you're in love, and to have a broken heart, or to break someone's heart, and learn from those mistakes.
That's the part where I'm like kind of iffy about the soulmate thing, because I do think that you can be in love with a person who's not your soulmate. Like, I still think that you can be in love with somebody. Mm-hmm. So not to like downplay your old relationships like you weren't in love. I'm pretty sure you were in love.
I'm saying I was in love,
probably not all of them,
but it didn't work out. Like, the love, in my opinion, it ran out.
Yeah.
Like, we were in love. You know how extreme I was with it. Doing the most. Yeah, but it ran out.
The most.
Doing the most. Everybody who went to Lincoln High School, y'all know what I was doing. We're not gonna talk about that. You can leave your comments, whatever. If you know about it, whatever. Leave a laughing emoji. But it ran out, and with you, it it just keeps getting better. It's not like a, okay, like, where do I go now? What do I do now from here?
I think that because you can reach a point where you can, like, say you're in love or whatever, and then, like you said, like, it runs out. You can still have love for that person, but it's when you are in love with them, like, it doesn't run out. You know what I mean? So it's not that you didn't, like, love, like, whoever, you know what I mean? I think there was a love there, but the in love part is the part that makes
one
it
thing
last.
To say, I love you. I love you.
Right.
I love you too.
Because you, I'm sure, genuinely do. But that doesn't mean that I'm in love with you, because when I'm in love with you, I'm going to endure through the hard times, and I'm going to,
Right.
you know what I mean? That's what makes you stay. If you just
No
love
matter
somebody, you can love somebody from a distance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can have a family member that you might not necessarily get along with, but because it's family, you just love them, you know? And it's like, okay, I love you, but I don't have to deal with you all the time, or I don't, you know what I mean? But I still love you. So I think there's a difference between loving somebody and then being in love with somebody.
That's why I make sure that I let you know I'm in love with you.
Yes, you do. You say that all the time.
So you know that there's a difference.
There is a difference.
I'm in love with you. Say it back.
Can I can I finish sipping my tea? I'm in love with you as well, Deontay.
Okay.
Yes. But back to the soulmate thing. I think at the end of the day, yes, I do believe in soulmates. I do believe that we are soulmates, because I feel like everything has, like, already been like predestined and preordained. And I feel like if you are walking in that, like walking in your purpose, then you're going to find yourself with that person that God has already predestined you to be with.
Yeah.
And that's your soulmate.
Another thing that, piggybacking on what you just said, on why I think we're soulmates, and how you said, like, walking in our purpose. When you look at us walking in our purpose and what God called us to do, it lines up. Like, it's not like you're walking in your purpose and I'm walking in mine, but it's something totally different. Like, we're both doing what we want to do, but it's still the same. Like, it's similar. It's not like, you know, I want to be all the way over here doing what I'm doing, and then you gonna be all over there doing what you doing. But as long as you happy, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy for you and doing what you're doing. Like, our fields that we are, like, happy with doing line up with each other.
Yeah.
Like, in ministry, and, you know, with you being a cosmetologist, me being a barber, even, like, you know, me loving sports. You like sports. You know, there's probably couples who, you know, their wives don't know nothing about sports, and it's like, you know, I can't really sit and watch a game with her.
Yeah.
Or, you know, take her
But
to a game.
that doesn't mean that they're not soulmates.
It doesn't mean that you're not soulmates. I won't say that. But I'm just saying that's just icing on the cake for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, our careers line up with each other. And, you know, it's not like I'm trying to take on something to make you happy, to line up with, you know, what you think God has for me. It's like, no, this is what God has called me to do. This is what God called you to do. But it's parallel with each other. Like, boom, same thing.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I would say we're soulmates. Like, that's something you can't ignore. And that's what people, you know, compliment us on all the time. And they're like, oh, you guys are such a blessed couple. Because, I mean, when you look at it, like, it is a blessing to have some of the same goals and to be able to accomplish them and then walk it out and be successful.
Yeah.
Which, like, at the same, it doesn't make us soulmates, but it's icing on the cake.
It's icing on the cake. That's what I wanted to get to. Like, it doesn't, just because we have all that stuff, you know, that's in common, it doesn't, that's not what makes us soulmates. I feel like because we are both walking in our purpose and what we're supposed to be doing, then, you know, you just come together with you're the person that you're supposed to be with. Because I feel like people can be married for a long time and not be married to their soulmate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
through 2 and 3 marriages.
my parents, for instance, they were both married for a long time. Like had 2 completely different lives, families, like everything. And then both ended up, you know, basically starting all over again, ending up together because that's who they're meant to be with. Like that was their soulmate.
And they dated when they were younger too, right?
And they dated when they were younger. But it's like you went through all that
just to end up right
just
back with.
to end up because they were soulmates.
I think sometimes too,
Or they
people
are
don't even
soulmates.
realize that they soulmate might be somebody that they can't stand. And it's because that person makes you better and they challenge you. And it's like, maybe you don't want that, but that's what you need. That's God telling you, like, no, you need some structure in your life. That's why we bumped heads in the beginning too.
Yeah.
Because you was all about structure. And I'm like, man, ain't nobody trying to sit here and write stuff down and figure out no budget and stuff. Like, I spent this much money, okay? I got paid this much. I spent this much money. What do you want me to do? I don't know. But, you know.
It's gone. The money's
Yeah,
gone.
the money's gone. Like, I don't know. You should always be like, asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. You looked at the bank account. You see how much money I spent. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, it would really make me mad. Like, I spent the money. Like, it's gone. I mean, you want me to go back to the store and what do you want me to do? But, like, sometimes that can be a sign. Like, this could be the person that you're meant to be with. Because if it's just too easy, that's when, you know, you end up having issues because it's like, you know, this was a little bit too easy. You know, things just went my way all the time. And then because it goes your way, you know, not saying you would take advantage, but you might get into that mode, where you're taking advantage but without knowing. And then you done ran yourself into the ground. It's like, why didn't you like stop me or say anything? Like, oh, I didn't want to make you unhappy. Like, yeah, this ain't for me. It's not working. But you need that structure. I needed you to put me in check, I guess. That structure now, you know.
Not put you in check. I just feel like
It's not put me in check, but that's just what I say.
Even though like me and you, we have a lot of like similarities and we like a lot of the same stuff, our personalities are very different.
Very different.
So I feel like when it comes to that, we balance each other out.
Yeah, because I'm funny and you're not.
Because I'm funny. I am funny. I'm funny. I can be funny. Whatever.
Your jokes are weak. I got all the
Deontay,
jokes.
I'm funny.
Okay. You're right. You're funny, boo.
I know. Don't act like I don't make you laugh.
Yeah, you make me laugh. Sometimes you make me laugh because I made you laugh, though. I might do something to you. Or, you know, you do be having some good stuff, though, sometimes.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
do.
Give me my props.
I'll give you
I'm
yours.
just not as goofy as you.
Yeah, that's me 24/7.
Yeah, I'm not goofy, but I'm funny. Don't be trying to downplay my funniness.
You lowercase funny.
I don't know what that means.
You lowercase funny with the emoji face that go like this. I'm uppercase funny with the one that's like with the tears. Like busting up laughing, crying pretty much. Just in this relationship. That's fine though.
Okay, whatever. I
got
don't
off
know
track.
what I was
Yeah.
saying.
You were saying how our personalities are different.
Yeah. Our personalities are different, but I feel like we balance each other out because we're so different. So I can kind of bring you some more structure, but then you also help me to kind of loosen up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
So.
say. You got the structure, and I'm just like, whatever.
Whatever. Yes.
Yeah. So when
The
you give me
optimistic
that,
one.
when you give me the opportunity to be reckless, I'm sure gonna do it. But you know, there's times where it's like, nope, we got to buckle down. We got to do this. We got to do that. This has to be done. This has to be done. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and you've gotten better with like not trying to,
Be reckless.
trying to be reckless, yes, or like not trying to, like always rebuttal like what I'm trying to tell you, or like shut down when I'm trying to tell you something when it comes to serious stuff.
I think that that kind of, in my opinion, goes into knowing, like, when you're with your soulmate, because you want to change to be a better person for that person. Instead of just being stuck in your ways. I could have been stuck in my ways and just be like, you're gonna have, that's just how I am. Like, you don't have to accept me for me.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying, if you really love that person, you're really in love with that person, you're willing to look in the mirror and be like, you know what, I can't keep doing that. Like, it's not working out. Like, we keep butting heads about the same stuff, just like we were. You always yelling at me like I have to keep talking to you about the same thing every week, and it's like, you know what, she right, even though I don't want her to be right and I don't want to hear it. I gotta change something.
And I think too, even for me, like, I had to work on, like, not always trying to flash on you for every little thing. It didn't matter if I was right or not. It's like, you don't have to go off for every little thing all the time. Like, he knows, he knows. He knows.
I did know. I just didn't care to.
Yeah, it's like, you need to, say what needs to be said, but everything doesn't have to be this blown up conversation that, I'm going off on you. You already didn't shut me down as soon as I open my mouth. So it's like, nothing's getting accomplished. No problems are being resolved. I'm just mad, and you're just like, whatever. So, I mean, we both had to kind of work that out within ourselves to kind of meet in the middle, so that when we do have disagreements and stuff like that, we can have a conversation about it, and not like this shouting match or this, not even a shouting match, because I would just be going off on you. Yeah. You'd just be sitting there like, let me know when you're done.
You done? Are you done?
Yeah, but now it's actually a conversation to where we're both, you know what I mean? We're both talking through it, and not just like, well, why'd you do this? Or why'd you do that? And this is what you need to do. And, it's not like that. It's like, it's just a conversation is what it is. It's a conversation. And we may not always, I don't think, like, see eye to eye all the time on every little thing, but I feel like we've gotten better at coming to like an understanding of the other person.
My way or no way.
Right. And I do think that it's because our souls are connected, and I feel like the more you work on that connection, the tighter it becomes, and the more you can open up without feeling like, what is she gonna say if I say this, or what is she gonna say if I do this? Like, there's no fear of like judgment, or fear of like, there's just no fear, period. It's like, we have freedom in our relationship because I think our souls are more just, they're more connected.
I agree. But, and I already said that I believe in soulmates, so I don't need to say that I do, because I said it already. But like I said, my thing is, you really should look for the signs. Like, and I would say, like, for someone who's maybe thinking like, how do I know the signs? Like, what are the signs? What would you say for a guy? Because for a guy, I would say the signs are exactly the opposite of what you are. In some cases, in most cases, the opposite of what you are, because you don't. If you're, like in my case, like, I'm goofy, I'm reckless, like I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to just be like, oh, how much it costs? Just go ahead, buy it. That's fine. Like, I get another check again. That's how I'm like that. And you're like, no, we need to, do this, do that. Now, I think if I was to have been with somebody who was just like me, like, we'd be broke. We'd be broke and cracking jokes at each other all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say in most cases it's probably the opposite. Or like, whatever it is that you feel like frustrates you in a woman, or you like, this is not gonna happen, that's probably, not saying it's probably your soulmate, but that's the type of woman you should look at, maybe, trying to date and see, where this can go, because every man needs structure. And you may be the man who does have the structure, and, you can find a woman who, maybe she's not good at structure. I don't really know too many ladies who aren't. I've never really met none, but if they're out there, if they're out there, then I'm not saying just go find a woman who just don't know what she's doing. Like, I don't know nothing, not like
so
that.
So you believe that opposites attract?
I believe opposites attract, and the same attracts too. But I just don't think that it always works out. That's why, like you said, people think that they're soulmates and they get married, and then they divorce. And then they get married again because they end up finding something a little bit different from the one that they were married to at first. Like, my ex-wife, she was trying to tell me what I needed to do as far as, my career field. But this wife, she just let me do what I want to do. But, it's not always like that. So I do believe opposites attract, but at the same time, same attracts. But in my opinion, opposites is probably where a man should look first. I'm just saying, look first at opposites, because the opposite is probably going to better you off as a man. Like, I'm willing to take a poll and find out with, all of our listeners, like, how much of an opposite you and your spouse are. Like, I'm willing to do a poll and find out, like, how many of you guys are, feel like you guys are exactly the same as far as your personality and all that, and how many of you guys are different. And I'm willing to bet $1 that
just
$1.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet $1 because I don't like betting, so $1 is all I'm gonna do. But I'm pretty sure I will win. But $1 that the majority would say we're opposites, because that's how you balance each other out.
Yeah.
I just don't see how you can balance each other out if you guys are the same. And everything doesn't have to be the same either. But like, if you guys don't have different qualities where it matters, like with us in finances, or just planning things and stuff like that, like the core things, if you guys don't see it differently, then that's where it doesn't. I mean, you're gonna have that honeymoon phase. It could be 5 years where things are just roller coaster, and they're just moving, and they're all nice and fine and dandy.
Roller coaster?
Yeah, just keep going.
Roller coaster is like up and down, up and down, up and down.
Okay, well, it's just coasting. Okay. Train, trolley, coaster, Amtrak, whatever you want to call it. It's just going straight. It's just moving.
Okay.
But yeah, eventually it runs out, and then it's you guys are both looking at each other like, I don't know what happened. Like, things were going so good. But yeah, I said that to say I do believe opposites attract.
Okay.
Do you? How much are you willing to bet?
I don't bet.
I bet you won't bet.
Okay, guys, that's all I got today.
That's it?
That's all I got.
What I got from it is that you my soulmate.
You're my soulmate.
My ride or die. My rib, my lobster.
Yep, all that. You are my soulmate. I did think about it for a minute though. Like, do I believe in soulmates? Because I don't know. I thought I didn't, but I do.
I can honestly say that I never ever thought about it until us. Like, she's my soulmate. Like, I never thought anybody else was my soulmate.
Yeah.
Until you.
Yeah.
Never. Like, oh my gosh, this is my soulmate. Oh, I love her. She's my soulmate. Now back in high school, when nobody my soulmate, it was like, I love you. Yeah, I do. But with you, it's something totally different.
Yeah, because I think if you spend time with anybody for a certain amount, you're gonna start to love them.
Especially when you're younger.
Exactly.
You
That's why
spend
all
15
these
minutes with somebody and kiss them for 5 of the minutes. 5 minutes of kissing out of the 15, and then just like, it just out of nowhere, you don't know what else to say. And you'd be like, I love you. They be like, you know what? I love you too. Like, really? 5 minutes straight kissing. We've been hanging out for 15 minutes.
Oh my God. Yeah,
That's
that's
how it be
true.
when you younger.
That's how it is. I think that's how it is. Just if you put two of the opposites together, like, you know what I mean? There's gonna be some type of something's gonna happen. That's why on these reality shows where they be, you know, just secluded, or these dating shows or whatever, where there's like one person and everybody's trying to pursue that one person. There's the only person you got to pursue.
Yeah. And that
So,
person
of
be in
course,
love or loves
yeah,
all the guys or all the girls.
You're gonna form some type of love for this person. There's one girl on this island with y'all, all these dudes. Okay, yeah, everybody's gonna fall in love with her because she's the only girl there. So, I mean, but just because you fall in love or just because you love somebody doesn't necessarily mean that that's your soulmate. That's the person you're supposed to be with. So yeah, I mean, I believe in soulmates.
Yeah.
I do, and I found mine. So,
Early too. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Found mine early. I ain't had to wait until I was 40. Found you in my 20s, girl. And you ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
All right, guys, that is it for today. She started staring at me, and then I started getting all mushy, and she don't like that. So that's what that okay meant. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notifications button so you can get a notification every time we upload a video. Follow us on Instagram.
At we_still_D0.
So with that being said, I'm Deontay.
And I'm Maymuna.
And we still do.